So the question is, should we buy Shopify stock right now? The stock price has fallen by 25% after their earnings report because they have made a net loss of $273 million. So the ticker symbol Shopify has a market cap of $75 billion, revenue of $7.4 billion, and right now the net income trailing 12 months is $209 million in negative. Free cash flow $1.05 billion, and the price is $58. This translated with the EPS P ratio is 123 times. Price to book 8.36 and gross margin is high at 52. Now, what happened in quarter one is the revenue actually increased 23% to 1.9 billion, and the gross merchant value also increased by 23%. So revenue is supported by this. You can see the numbers are growing and high. Gross profit increased to 51.4% to 957 million. And this is something very impressive. Free cash flow doubled to 232 million, and this is 12% margin of free cash flow. So something that's very good to look at Shopify is their monthly recurring income. This also increased by 32% to $151 million. So all this is highly supported because they have integrated their Shopify Pay and they have their AI integration where it makes it easier to run their advertisements on Shopify. So why do they still get a net loss of 273 million? That's because of high marketing costs. They also projected a slower growth in Q2 and also a decrease in gross margin. So overall, Shopify is still a very strong company because of their monthly recurring revenue that is increasing. So the question is, should we buy Shopify? It all comes down to valuation. Now, projecting their growth rate for the next 5 years from 2024 to 2028, I'm going to project a slowing growth rate from 23% dropping to 15% growth. So if we project it this way, by 5 years time, the revenue should be about 4.5 billion. I do project that their gross profit and their free cash flow will slightly increase. And if we actually project that, gross profit will be 2.49 billion and free cash flow will be 0.91 billion in 5 years time. Using discounted cash flow, assuming the discount rate to be 10% and terminal growth rate to be 3%, the valuation of Shopify right now, when we discount backwards, is 15.43 billion. The market cap, however, is 75 billion. So I think that based on valuation, which is very conservative of a 10% discount rate, typically investors like us, we look at 12 to even 15%. So 15.43 billion indicates that right now Shopify is still extremely overvalued. So not really a good time to buy. And this is also supported by P ratio being 123. Okay, but of course, the losses is actually negative. That's why P ratio at 123 is based on previous year's profits. So this is my analysis of Shopify. And a disclaimer, this is not a recommendation to buy or sell, and I do not own Shopify stocks.